Well, it is a misty day, but it is still a great pleasure to be out here with Nick out at Terra Casa in Damascus. And boy, Nick, you talk about having pottery for sale. You guys have a huge selection.
Yep, definitely pride ourselves on having the largest selection anywhere around.
It really appears to be that way. Now, every year, you know, new pottery comes out, as with anything, new colors come out. What do you guys think is going to be some of the really hot kicking colors this year?
Well, you know, some of the really cool ones is when you get falling glazes. You know, we have falling turquoise. They call.
Do you mean this like
yeah,
dripping
when
down
you get
stuff here?
yeah, multiple colors kind of coming down in. We have a lava glaze. It's really popular. It's got kind of the same drip effect coming down with it. There's a new bright collection coming out this year. Bright reds, greens, yellows. Just really, really bright, nice colors to really stand out in your house.
Well, I know this behind us is copper, is that right?
Yes, the copper red color. This is
really beautiful.
Yeah, been very, very popular all year. It's one of those colors, you know, people when they're driving by on the highway, they'll pull in. I mean, it just grabs people's attention.
And you were telling me earlier that you have a tree. Which kind of tree do you have?
Coral bark maple.
Coral bark maples, yeah, that would just pop in there.
Yeah, it looks incredible.
Now, there's also a lot of what you call reds, but that's a huge variation
Yes.
really for what that means. So let's talk a little bit about why it's good to go with those colors and what you can do in the future if you want to add to your garden with them.
Well, you know, when you get the bright colors like the reds and those things, when you plant up, a lot of landscapers will talk about the three different kinds. You have the thriller, the filler, and the spiller. So your thriller plant's kind of your main focal point, kind of giving your height out of your pot. Then you get filler plants like annuals for some color, but then especially adding in some of those spilling plants coming down to contrast off here a little bit and really tie it all together. Combination of all three looks great every time.
Now, a lot of people, when they think pottery, they immediately think of plants because that tends to be what they're used for.
Yep.
But you guys have come up with some really unique ideas for fountains and pottery. So why don't we take a little walk over there and take a look at those?
Very cool.
All right. Now, Nick, we are in front of a long line of fountains. All of them are beautiful, and the thing that is different and new with these is I think a lot of people have seen them with these containers that you can bury in the ground.
Yes.
But you have a really great selection of pot in pot, so you can use that in a patio. So let's start with that one, and then we'll talk about the in-ground ones.
Yeah, you know, it's a great alternative. Instead of having to bury down into the ground if you're dealing with concrete or, like I said, patios, decks, things like that, you can find a pot for the reservoir and either find something real wide and low and elevate something tall and slender inside of it, or a lot of the pots come in 3 descending sizes, so it's really easy to do kind of a tiered effect that way and get kind of that traditional fountain style, but add a little spin on it being all pots.
So if you have an apartment or a condominium, absolutely perfect.
Works great for it, yeah.
Now, these bigger ones, this one really does, I mean, it can't help but catch your eye.
Exactly.
But this is setting on a metal container. There's some plastic ones too that you actually would bury in the ground.
Exactly, all kind of different options. Depending on the size of your pot, will determine how big of a reservoir you need to make sure that all your splashing is being contained. But you can do round, square, kind of just depending on what area you're working with.
And one of the things that you guys do that I like, because, you know, I work hard, and to think, my goodness, I have to go dig this huge hole, you guys will actually, that's a service you provide.
Definitely. We'll do all the plumbing work here at the store, and then we can bring it out to your house, deliver it. We'll dig the hole, bury it down, level it, make sure everything is running properly, and then we'll leave you with a 30-day installation warranty where we'll make any adjustments free of charge for you.
And talk about something that's really fun. Quickly show them on so you can adjust. A lot of times you get these put in, and to adjust them, you have to dig down. Show them what you guys have done.
So, you know, every time you want to play with it, if you want to adjust it, you don't want to have to go through 3 feet of rock to make minor adjustments. So we'll add in a ball valve right in the PVC, and it's going to make it so that you have full range of motion of how big or small that bubble is, which is going to help kind of contain splashing on textured pots like this. So you can find that head height that you're really going for and still getting the splashing you want, and just kind of find that happy medium really easily.
That's wonderful. Well, listen, if you've never been out to Terra Casa in Damascus, it is so worth the trip. It's just a few minutes away from Portland, and you will find not only great pottery, but wonderful gifts and stuff inside the store. So come on out for a visit. Thank you so much, Nick.
Hey, no problem. Thank you.